Picture this. You're working exhaustingly hard every single day. You're pouring absolutely all your energy into your career or your business, only to watch your bank account slowly, painfully drain away. It's a brutal reality for so many of us. And it was the exact reality for the author of our source material today, Roger James Hamilton. Despite running a business and putting in ridiculous hours, he found himself standing on the street one evening watching his wife cry as a tow truck literally repossessed their family car. He was completely out of money and out of options.
So there he is at rock bottom, and he realizes something crucial. He'd read all the books, right? He'd listened to all the experts. But honestly, that was exactly the problem. The advice out there is so contradictory. One guru is screaming at you to climb the corporate ladder. The next guy is yelling to start a business. One says follow your passion, and other says just crunch the numbers in a spreadsheet. It leaves you feeling completely paralyzed. And what happens? You end up relying on a financial strategy that's basically just confusing trial and error, which is exactly how you end up getting your car towed. Here's the real kicker. You do not need more generic information. Generic advice assumes we're all built the exact same way. Spoiler alert, we aren't. What you actually need is clear, personalized direction. You need a wealth GPS that is specifically programmed for who you naturally are, something that plays to your unique strengths instead of forcing you to constantly try and fix your weaknesses.
So, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the Millionaire Master Plan. We are going to totally abandon that generic, one-size-fits-all financial advice, and instead, we're going to activate your personal roadmap to financial freedom. This is all about finding your natural flow and building wealth in a way that actually feels effortless to you. Here's our roadmap for today. First, finding your wealth genius. Second, climbing the wealth lighthouse. Third, 10 steps to $1 million. And finally, activating your GPS.
All right, section 1, finding your wealth genius. Think of this as your internal compass. So there are 4 distinct paths to wealth: dynamo, blaze, tempo, and steel. Now, we all have a little bit of each of these inside of us, but you definitely have one dominant genius. This dominant genius is your compass. Discovering which of these 4 you are is the absolute key to finding your effortless flow, because every single one of them has a completely different winning formula. Let's break them down. First up, we have the dynamo genius. These folks are idea smart. They're the creators who build wealth through pure innovation, constantly asking the question, what? Think of Richard Branson or Steve Jobs. They've got their heads in the clouds, seeing the future. But, and this is a big but, their losing formula is getting bogged down in timing or peripheral issues or daily details. Make a dynamo sit down and do bookkeeping all day? Yeah, they will absolutely fail. Next is the blaze genius. Blazers are completely people smart. They multiply their wealth through relationships, communication, and magnification. They're always asking, who? Oprah Winfrey is a classic blaze genius, just incredibly charismatic leaders. But their losing formula? Calculation and isolation. If you lock a blaze genius in a windowless cubicle to crunch spreadsheets, their fire literally goes out and they crash hard. Then we've got the tempo genius. Tempos are super grounded and senses smart. They excel at perfectly timed action, service, and perseverance. They're always asking the critical question, when? Warren Buffett is a great example of a tempo genius. He doesn't invent brand new tech, he just knows exactly when to buy and sell. Their losing formula is trying to be a dynamo. When a tempo tries to innovate a totally new idea from a blank page, they completely lose their flow. And finally, there's the steel genius. Steels are highly analytical and details smart. They thrive on building automated systems and multiplying value, constantly asking how. Picture Mark Zuckerberg in his hoodie coding the systems. Their losing formula is constant public networking and small talk. A steel genius forced to be the life of the party to make sales is going to burn out incredibly fast. Moving on to section 2, climbing the wealth lighthouse. Let's look at the terrain. The terrain ahead is the wealth lighthouse, and it charts 9 distinct levels of wealth, scaling from the bottom at infrared victim all the way up to ultraviolet legend. Just like climbing a real mountain, the strategy and the equipment you need absolutely must change the higher up you go. To make this manageable, the lighthouse is structured into 3 massive prisms. Down at the solid base, the foundation prism is all about mastering your personal money flow. Above that, the enterprise prism is where you master market flow. This is where the real money is made. And at the very top, the alchemy prism is about mastering global flow and leaving a massive legacy. You cannot skip steps here, You just can't. Here's the harsh truth. Most people are stuck right here at the foundation prism. At infrared, you're sinking into negative cash flow. At red, you're a survivor, making just enough to have absolutely nothing left over. At orange, you're working crazy hard just to earn a living. You've got to solidify this personal plumbing and escape these lower levels before you can even think about building a massive enterprise.
Okay, Section 3, 10 Steps to a Million. Time to turn on the engine.
It all starts right here, with what we call the power of zero. Let's just forget about making $1 million tomorrow, okay? Ask yourself this instead. Can you find a way, using your specific natural genius, to generate just $100 extra in positive net cash flow this month? Just $100 that you actually keep. Because if you can figure out how to lock in that first $100 using your flow, watch what happens. You simply double it. 100 becomes 200, then 400. By step 8, you're already at $12,800 a month. If you double it just 10 times, your monthly net cash flow becomes over $102,000. It's not magic, it's just math. Just 10 steps. But, and this is a massive warning, you can only achieve these exponential jumps by fiercely protecting your flow. If you experience friction, it means you're working against your very nature. To keep doubling that number, you've got to start partnering with your opposite geniuses. If you're a dynamo with your head in the clouds, go find a grounded tempo to manage your timing. Let them handle the tasks that cause you friction, so you can stay right in your flow. Finally, Section 4, activating your GPS. Let's set that future vision. You must establish a future vision. And I don't just mean some arbitrary financial target. What is the actual life destination and duty you're striving toward? When Hamilton finally wrote his down, he realized his family was his true priority, way more important than the business that was burying him in debt. Your future vision determines your true, authentic destination. Once you have that, you plot your flight path by following these 4 actionable steps. Think it, ink it, do it, review it. This isn't just a one-and-done whiteboard exercise. It's a relentless, measured rhythm. You set quarterly milestones month by month to ensure you're actually moving toward those positive cash flow targets, playing the game entirely by the rules of your specific genius. As we wrap up and you start climbing the wealth lighthouse, always remember this incredibly powerful concept. Wealth isn't how much money you have. Wealth is what you're left with if you lose all your money. True wealth is your track record. It's your connections. It's your alignment with your unique genius. Those are real assets that no tow truck driver can ever repossess. So I'm going to leave you with this question today. Knowing whether you're a dynamo, blaze, tempo, or steel, and knowing exactly which level you're currently surviving or thriving on in the lighthouse, what exact action are you going to take today? It's time to step into your flow, stop playing by everyone else's rules, and truly own your financial future. Let's get to work.